Well, extremely horrific terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam that has led to the death of one tourist and also injuries to several others. Home Minister Amit Shah has already left for Srinagar. What we understand is that this incident occurred around 3 p.m. today when terrorists came down from the mountain in Paisaran Valley in Pahalgam and started firing at tourists who frequent this place, which is often dubbed as mini Switzerland because of its green meadows. In fact, this incident comes when Kashmir is witnessing a surge in tourist arrivals after reeling under militancy for several years. The 38-day Amarnath pilgrimage is also scheduled to begin on the 3rd of July. That's what we know, but clearly one tourist is dead and several people have been injured in this. The numbers are uncertain now. This is an evolving story and we'll keep getting you details as and when our reporters get you those details. Let's also look at some reactions to this development.
I strongly condemn this attack. This is a cowardly act. ये टूरिस्ट पे लोकल्स पे जो अटैक हुआ आज ये दर्दनाक है और मैंने पहले ही तुरंत ऑनरेबल सीएम साहब के नोटिस में लाया ही इज़ ऑन जॉब ऑनरेबल सीएम साहब इज जॉब डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन भी है पुलिस भी है लेकिन इनको अच्छे से ट्रीट करना हमारे लिए फ़र्ज है जितने भी जख्मी हुए और सीरियसली जो इंजर्ड है मैंने एम्बुलेंसेस को भी डायरेक्शन दी सीएमओज बीएमओज उनसे बात करके एवरीबडी इज ऑन टोज अलर्ट एंड दिस वाज वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट एंड अनएक्सपेक्टेड एट ए अनएक्सपेक्टेड प्लेस।
कायर पाकिस्तानी आतंकवादियों ने दक्षिण कश्मीर के पहलगाम में पर्यटकों के ऊपर कायराना आतंकी हमला किया है। कायर पाकिस्तानी आतंकवादी भारतीय सेना जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस और हमारे पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस के जांबाज वीरों का तो सामना कर नहीं सकते। इन कायर इन बुज़दिल पाकिस्तानी आतंकवादियों ने कश्मीर को घूमने आए निहत्थे निर्दोष पर्यटकों को निशाना बनाया है।
Well, Karnataka has now sent a team to J&K. We understand that one tourist who died is from Shivamogga, and we also know that he was a Karnataka resident from Shivamogga. Those pictures there, he has been killed in Pahalgam terror attack. And Karnataka cops have been dispatched to Srinagar, and we'll get you my colleague Nazir now. Nazir joins us with more details on this. Nazir, first of all, get us the update on the numbers here, and also we understand that the army, CRPF and local police have been rushed to this place by Saran. Also a massive anti-terrorist operation has been launched. The Home Minister is on his way there. What do we know so far?
Well, without sticking my neck out and say the specific number, but I can confirm to you that multiple casualties of tourists have taken place in one of the worst terror attacks on innocent people, innocent tourists in Jammu and Kashmir in the recent time. The magnitude of this terror attack can be just assessed when himself is reaching Srinagar to review the security situation and maybe visit the Pahalgam also. That shows the magnitude of the attack. And sources tell us that it could be the worst terror attack in the recent times in Jammu and Kashmir. That's why you see here in Pahalgam, it's like a ghost town here. Only security posts are seen here. It was a bustling town just hours before this morning. And then there was this horrible terror attack at Baisaran, Meadow, and then hell broke out. Terrorists, there were several terrorists. Number was more than 3, but our sources tell us they were in camouflage. They resorted to heavy firing on innocent tourists, and sources say there have been multiple casualties. At least 13 injured have been brought to hospital. They are being given treatment. So when Prime Minister himself speaks to Home Minister about a terror incident, it tells you the gravity and the magnitude of the problem and the terror attack. And what our sources tell us, it is the worst thing since the incident. Police have been telling us, off the record, 1 tourist has been killed, 7, 6 have been injured. But now what we are picking up from our sources, and I have seen it here behind me, army choppers have made multiple, these sorties from here.
Right.
So that also tells you a story.
Right.
So we are waiting for an official statement, but the news from Pahalgam is not good today.
Right.
It has the most horrible terror attack on innocent tourists, and there are multiple casualties.
So multiple casualties there. Nazir, also help us understand the geography of this place, Pahalgam. Where is it located? Why was it frequented by tourists? And also, what does this attack on tourists now mean for this idea of Naya Kashmir? Because still now we've heard of civilians being attacked. We've heard of Kashmiri Pandits being attacked. We've heard of army personnel being attacked. But this is clearly, the red line being crossed there.
Well, tourists have been targeted before. Yatris have been targeted before. But this is the first such horrific attack after 2017 when Amarnath Yatris were targeted in Anantnag. Pahalgam is a historic town and it is a historic place also because it is a base camp for Amarnath Yatra. And this attack and the magnitude of the attack tells you the security challenge, not just there has been huge loss of lives. And as I said, I will not stick my neck out and give the number what I am hearing from the sources, but there are multiple casualties. I can confirm that.
Okay,
and it is very horrific. These places these tourists have gone to Baisaran, Meadow, a pristine, to enjoy the pristine beauty of this place, Baisaran, where you can't go in the vehicle, you have to go on foot or you can go on horseback. So they were targeted. I spoke to some of the tourists who have been to Baisaran this morning. Two people I spoke, they were from Haryana. They said that time it was normal, but then after an hour they heard there was firing. Police are saying, Chosa telling us it is a bad situation. Security forces have rushed there, but it's not important how many terrorists would be killed, if at all, because what sources tell us they have managed to escape. But the fact is, it shows the message terrorists want to send. The incident has come a week after Pakistani army chief talked about two-nation theory, that and Hindu-Muslim divide, and that's what was indicating that there could be the summer may not be so good in the valley. We see militant attacks and presence of militants in Jammu, and as we are thinking that theatre of militancy has shifted from the valley to Jammu because valley was calm, though it has always been deceptive calm.
Right.
But today that calm has been shattered, and innocent tourists have been killed. Multiple casualties have taken place. 13 tourists are injured. The injured have been shifted to Srinagar. I spoke to Chief Minister Umar Abdullah. He said he has tasked his two ministers, cabinet ministers, including health minister, to oversee the treatment of these patients injured who have been shifted to hospital. All the specialized doctors of the Srinagar Institute of Medical Science have been called and asked to remain there, present there. Medical teams rushed here at Pahalgam. And as I said, there are multiple sorties of the army choppers. What were they carrying? Injured, maybe dead bodies also. And Home Minister is reaching here in half an hour or so. He will be landing in Srinagar, then chairing a high-level security meeting. All the security forces have been mobilized to carry out this major operation. But it's not just knee-jerk reaction. Militancy is a complex problem and it needs to be dealt with long-term strategy. Security forces have been saying, government saying they have eliminated militancy to a great extent in the valley. But challenge came from the Jammu. Now we see it is back here, and our sources tell us it is the worst terror attack in the valley in recent times.
Thank you, Nazir, for joining us with those details. We'll keep coming back to you. Like you said, multiple casualties there, which is worrying, which is horrifying there. One of the worst, in fact, the worst terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir in the last few months. My colleague Aishwarya, who's also been tracking the Home Minister's movements very closely today. Remember, he is also a pivotal figure here. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's in Saudi Arabia, has already spoken to him over the phone. He has, in fact, also instructed him to ensure that he makes a visit there. He has also been having important meetings in the Home ministry to take this forward. Aishwarya, tell us what can we expect today, and when did Mr. Shah leave for Srinagar, and what is he expected to do?
Well, it was first Prime Minister Narendra Modi who spoke to Home Minister Amit Shah and directed him to leave for Jammu and Kashmir to have an on-ground spot check as far as the entire terror attack is concerned. As soon as he briefed Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it was Home Minister Amit Shah at his residence first via video conferencing held a meeting with the LG, the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, and the DIG level officers as well. Apart from it, we were told that IB Chief and the Home Secretary was already at Home Minister Amit Shah's residence. At around 6:40 p.m. He left for Srinagar, and he would be reaching at around 8 p.m. As soon as he will be arriving in Srinagar, we've been told that Home Minister Amit Shah will be holding another round of meeting with the top security officials over there, and the message is very clear. The anti-terror ops had already been launched as far as the entire area is concerned. There are multiple operations that will take place, and as stated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that the terrorists will be brought to justice. All efforts are being made to bring back peace and normalcy in the valley. Remember, it was Home Minister Amit Shah who was time and again holding meetings with Jammu and Kashmir administration over there as well. During his last visit to Srinagar of 3 days, he clearly gave a message while chairing a high-level security meeting that the focus should be on the Jammu region, and there should be complete eradication of the terrorism activities in the valley as well. But the timing of this has been questioned now by many, because it was Prime Minister Narendra Modi was supposed to go to inaugurate the Chenab railway bridge, but it was postponed due to the at the same time, the United States Vice President is in the country, and therefore the reason the government of India had made it very clear that all efforts will be made, all sort of necessary deployment of security forces would be placed in and around that particular region, and all the terrorists would be neutralized as soon as possible. So clearly Home Minister Amit Shah taking the charge of the entire situation, leaving from Delhi to Srinagar, and first, as soon as he will land, he will be holding another round of the security meeting.